Today is October the 14th. What does it mean to be a new creation? Let's find out together as we read 2 Corinthians 4-6. Our reading today is absolutely beautiful. In that reading, what we find is that Paul talks about the reality of the Christian life. The center of this is chapter 5, verse 17. If anyone who belongs to Christ has become a new person, the old life is gone, a new life has begun. How beautiful is that? Anyone who's in Christ is a new creation. We're a new person. The old has passed away. Everything is now new. What is it that Paul is talking about here? We've got to go back to the contents. Starting in chapter 4, we see that Paul talks about what we currently have. We have an eternal spiritual reality living inside us, but this light that shines in our heart. Look at chapter 4, verse 7. We have this light shining in our hearts, but we ourselves are like fragile clay jars containing this great treasure. The spirit, the belonging that we have is wrapped up in vulnerability. We are fragile clay jars. Paul's not talking merely about illness and disabilities. He's talking about our propensity to sin. This is the clay jar that we're in, a bent toward sin. Paul says we are to take that spirit that we have. In chapter 5, he says that eventually we'll have a new body that will not be given to sin like our current one. But currently, God takes what we have at the end of chapter 5 and he makes it new. We don't have to follow that bent towards sinning. We can now live in what Paul calls a ministry of reconciliation. Reconciliation of ourselves to God, but also reconciliation of ourselves to each other. We're called to let the light that we have from heaven shine through those fragile clay jars and be what God has called us to be, something totally new. In chapter 6, from verses 3 through 10, Paul says, it's tough. It's not easy. Paul talks about the hardship that he has in his fragile clay jar. Look at verses 8. We serve God whether people honor us or despise us, whether they slander us or praise us. We're honest. They call us imposters. We're ignored, even though we're well known. We live close to death, but we're still alive. We've been beaten, but we've not been killed. Our hearts ache, but we always have joy. We're poor, but we have spiritual riches and give that away to others. We own nothing, but we have everything. Oh, what Paul talks about there. The clay jar of our bodies, but the light that lives inside us. At the end of this, Paul, from verses 11 to 18, says, be careful who you associate with. He talks about those who try to be partners with wickedness. How can light live with darkness? How can a believer be a partner with an unbeliever? What union can there be between God's temple and idols? What Paul is talking about is the reality that we become a part of a new family today. We started with the question, what does it mean to be a new creation? It means things are new. It means that we have a new purpose. Our new purpose is to reconcile ourselves to God, reconcile ourselves to each other. But we are also a new creation in the sense that we have a new outlook on life. Even though things are happening around us, we have an inner light, an inner joy, an inner spirit that carries us through the life that we live. Like, follow, and subscribe to this devotional on whatever platform you use to listen to it. Email your questions to us at questions@becomehope.com. Enjoy this Sunday in the church of your choice.